Child rights held at UNIZIC, Oka. Federal government partners U.S. aid to boost technological innovation. From the foreign scenes, hundreds of people missing as Hurricane Helene, that toll rises. Before the news in detail, here is a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for the turnaround maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values that's giving maximum support for the task ahead. Good evening and welcome to the evening news. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebonam. Anambra State Governor Professor Chukwuma Soludo has appreciated the Anambra for coming out to vote for the All Progressives Grand Alliance in the recently concluded local government election in the state. Government House correspondent Ejike Abana filed the report.
Governor Soludo was speaking at a parade and march past ceremony to celebrate Nigeria's 64th independence ceremony held at Dr. Alex Ekwueme Square, Oka. Governor Soludo, who also commended the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission (ANSEC) for organizing what he explained has been adjudged by many people as the most credible, free and fair local government election in the history of the state.
Last Saturday, with the conduct of what many have adjudged to be one of the most credible, free, fair, transparent local government elections in Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to thank and appreciate the Anambra State Independent Electoral Commission. They did a heroic job. We will continue to work every day, every minute, every second of the day to continue to earn your trust. But I am very proud, very happy that on Saturday, the Anambra rose up again to cement what everybody knows in this state, that here in Anambra, Apuga is Anambra, Anambra is Apuga.
Parade by the police and march past by pupils and students featured at the ceremony.
Coalition of civil society organizations accredited by Independent National Electoral Commission has domestic election observers has adjudged the just concluded local government election held across the state as peaceful, free, fair and credible. Correspondent Chukwemeka Modelim now reports.
The organizations made the commendation during a press conference on the just concluded chairmanship and councillorship election in the state held in Oka. The civil society organizations, in their report read by the National President, Coalition of Civil Society Organizations Forum International, Ambassador Ada Onyije, observed that the election was a clear manifestation of the will of Ndi Anambra, as eligible voters in the state came out in their large numbers and voted for candidates of their choice as winners, won with very high margin. The civil society organizations noted that there was no intimidation of voters and violence in voting arena and congratulated all the winners of the election, even as they encouraged them to remain focused and committed to the welfare of the people whom they represent. In Oka, Chukwuemeka Modelim, ABS News.
Media practitioners have been challenged to be more knowledgeable and versatile in all aspects, more importantly in digital communication and technology. This forms the crux of matters at the Media National Summit on Child Rights held at Anambra University, Oka. The summit, which was themed the role of the Nigerian media in bridging the urban-rural divide for children in the digital age, was organized by the institution in collaboration with the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. Correspondent Amaka Onwuzilike has the details.
The acting Vice Chancellor, Nnamdi Azikiwe University, UNIZIC Oka, Professor Carol Umobi, represented by Professor Angela Ufele Obesie, said today's global concern on child rights sprouted from the aversion, vulnerabilities to which children were exposed in Europe during the Second World, which includes abduction, recruitment into armed forces, rape, sexual attack on schools, and other sundry holistic actions.
Today's global concern on child rights sprouted from the aversion, the vulnerability to which children were exposed in Europe during the Second World War. Nigeria ratified the convention in 1991 and passed the Child Rights Act.
Dealing with the theme, the Deputy Vice Chancellor of Paul University, Oka, Professor Chinyere Okunna, who's the paper presenter, advocated for journalists for more knowledgeability and internet survey so as to convince people on the advantages of digital communication.
The digital world, as much as it has its own pros, we should also supervise our kids. People can actually take advantage of our kids. Their innocence.
From Unizik, I am Chinelo Onzilike, reporting for ABS News.
The engineer, through the Obinabo Scholarship Program, has enrolled 25 undergraduates and 4 primary school pupils into the 8th edition of the program. It has also rewarded outstanding beneficiaries of the scheme who graduated in flying colors. Correspondent Chibuzo Obidike filed the report.
The enrollment of the new beneficiaries and reward of the outstanding graduates took place during the birthday anniversary celebration of the benefactor in Iftedunu, Dunu Kofe Council area of the state, with the traditional ruler of the community, Igwe Emeka Ilono, government functionaries, presidents, general, and students of communities in council area in attendance. Engineer Obinabo charged the beneficiaries to maximize the opportunity given to them through the program to better their lives, as their excellence in their academics is the only return on investment that he expects to see from the scholarship program.
I will always advise you, have your eyes on the ball. There is no job in Nigeria. Anybody with first class or distinction will be employed.
In their separate remarks, the member representing Dunukofia in the Anambra State House of Assembly, Honorable Chiefs Azotani, and the Managing Director of Anambra State Road Traffic Management Agency, ATMA, Mr. Emeka Okonkwo, said the gesture by Engineer Obinabo is in line with the state government's vision for a prosperous state through private-public community partnership, PPCP. From Iftedunu, in Dunukofa Council area, Chibuzo Obidike, ABS News.
Ifite Ogbadije Benesi Nobe in Idemili South local government area has celebrated her maiden communal New Yam Festival, sponsored by philanthropist Chief Emeka Ezono. ABS correspondent Ifeoma Okibo reports that the ceremony was attended by the traditional ruler of Nobi, Igwe Nick Obi, members of his cabinet, and other renowned chieftaincy holders. Her report.
The ruler of Nobi, Igwe Obi, said the New Yam Festival, which is known in the community as Asholo, is an amazing event that showcases the rich cultural heritage of Nobi people and serves as a way for members of the community to appreciate God for successful harvest.
This celebration is to make them know that they can not forget their tradition. This is who we are.
Some of the dignitaries who spoke to the ABS include the Transition Committee Chairman of Idemili South Council Area, Mrs. Amaka Obi, the oldest title holder in Ifite Ogbadije Nobi, Chief Afam Ozuago, Chiefs John Ojukwu, Linus Ume, Ikechukwu Azugo, Sunday Ezoke, and the woman President General of Nobi, Lady Ifeyinwa Nnekwerugo.
As charity begins at home. Oh, Nobi Governor, mostly from Ifite Ogbadije.
The ceremony featured cutting and communal eating of the roasted yam with local delicacies, presentation of awards to illustrious sons and daughters of the community, presentation of cash prizes to exceptional farmers of the year, and dance performances by different cultural troops, while outing by masquerade groups from Nnobi and neighboring towns added color to the ceremony. From Nnobi, Ifeoma Okibo, reporting for ABS News.
The federal government and the United States Agency for International Development have joined forces to drive technological innovation and sustainable development initiatives in the country. This was disclosed in a statement by the Director of Media and Corporate Communications at the National Space Research and Development Agency, Dr. Felix Ale, on Wednesday. According to the statement, this collaboration was solidified during the 79th session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York, United States of America, where Nigeria's Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology, Uche Nnaji, met with the USAID's Chief Innovation Officer, Mohammed Abdul Kader. The statement noted that their discussions focused on harnessing technology to address pressing developmental challenges in Nigeria. From the foreign scenes, hundreds of people remain missing after catastrophic flooding decimated towns, destroying roads and cut off power for more than 1 million homes in the U.S. Southeast. The death toll has continued to rise since Hurricane Helene, which was later downgraded to be a tropical storm, tore across the region. 135 people have been confirmed dead across 6 states, a figure that is expected to grow, and 40 of those dead were in the west of North Carolina, where 300 roads remain closed, hampering recovery operations as well as delivery of much-needed food and water. According to the report, an old flat red brick building in Statesville, 2 hours east of the city of Asheville, North Carolina, was filled with roughly 50 volunteers working to get supplies to the hardest hit areas of the state. On AFCON qualifiers, the Libya national team reconvened on Monday to begin operations for the October 11, 2025 Africa Cup of Nations qualifying tie against Nigeria at Kaswila Babio International Stadium, Uyo. According to Libya Al Harel Channel, the Mediterranean Knights had their first training under the leadership of their new coach Nasser Al-Hadiri and his assistants Tunisian Arkan Al-Hamami and Abubakar Harak in Tripoli. The team is expected to arrive in Abuja on October 7th before heading for Uyo for the clash with the Super Eagles. Meanwhile, Nigeria coach Austin Egwavon has yet to name his squad for the doubleheader, with the correspondence slated for October 15th at Martyrs of February Stadium in Benghazi. Before we go tonight, remember that you can follow news and programs on ABS TV from any part of the world by liking our Facebook page at Anambra Broadcasting Service. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at ABS Television Oka. On X, formerly Twitter, we are ABS Radio TV. On Instagram, we are ABS Radio TV. You can also log on to our website at www.absradiotv.com. And now the main points that made the news again tonight. Governor Soludo has appreciated the Anambra for voting ABGA during local government election. Maiden National Summit on Child Rights has been held at UNIZIC, Oka. Federal government has partnered USAID to boost technological innovation. And from the foreign scenes, we told you the hundreds of people missing as Hurricane Helene death toll rises. And now here's a special message. Governor Chukwuma Soludo has come for a total around maintenance of the Anambra State economy and promotion of core Igbo values. Let us give him maximum support for the task ahead. And that's all on the news tonight. My name is Uche Chukwu Ebanam. Good night.